Wait! Do you know what this blue liquid is?
It was like this when we got here.
Did you see or hear anything else unusual tonight?
No.
Something tells me you're not being honest with me. Does anyone else know that you...
I am an 80s, 90s child, make no mistake about it. From bashing pogs with my slammer to surviving the McDonald's Beanie Baby craze, I've seen some shit in glorious standard def on a tube television, and yet I didn't own a personal computer until around 1997. Amidst a sea of free AOL discs, I discovered the World Wide Web, and life has never been the same since. I've been dumped through AIM, approached by strangers in chat rooms with questionable intentions, bought imports from potentially scammy websites. Would your product arrive? Maybe. Point being, I missed a good chunk of the point-and-click era, with my first game in the genre technically being Maniac Mansion on the NES, but as far as playing on a PC, it was the outstanding Grim Fandango, which is kinda a crap time to fall in love with the genre. That was the first time I was really introduced to what a PC point-and-click was all about. But indies are awesome, as you know, and over the past few years, point-and-clicks have resurged, finding fans from the past, while at least attempting to lure in a new audience as well. Unusual Findings is a game that attempts to play off of our nostalgia while offering familiar point-and-click gameplay. The story of Unusual Findings revolves around 3 teenagers who discover that an alien ship has crashed near their town, but they can't quite convince anyone to believe them, which is fair, it's an alien. I suppose that would be fine if these weren't violent extraterrestrials, but they are, so now it's up to these 3 unlikely heroes to get rid of these creatures themselves. If you've seen an episode of Netflix Stranger Things, then you'll have an idea of the vibe to expect from Unusual Findings. Heck, even the name sounds similar. Borrowing from such classics as The Goonies, Lost Boys, and Terminator, just to name a few, this game really, and I mean really, comes in heavy-handed with the nostalgia. It's a powerful drug, yes, but I did feel at times it could be a bit overdone here, like a dry steak. While my heart initially swooned over various references, when you see 6 or 7 of them in the span of a scene or two, the magic does diminish a bit. The overall writing here is a bit rough, certainly in need of a second opinion, or at least a pass-through from an editor in general. Grammatical errors litter the script, further amplified by terrible voice acting, but more on that in a bit. Gameplay is more or less what you would expect. There are overworld maps throughout the adventure that make it pretty easy to click between different locations, but the main idea is collecting items for your inventory and combining them or figuring out where to utilize them by using your big brain energy. Just as you would expect, dialogue between different characters offers clues as to what you should do next, and you know how it goes. I'm not going to bore you with the details. This is standard point-and-click stuff. Illogical puzzles at times? Check. Lots of dialogue? Yep. So despite the nostalgia here, if you aren't a fan of the genre, Unusual Findings isn't going to change your mind. Visually, however, I found the game quite charming with gorgeous pixel art. The town that these characters grew up in feels realized despite only offering a few designated areas to explore, but these predetermined destinations across simple maps do look lived in. Gritty details in the background add charm, retro movie posters light up buildings, flies swarm leftover food. It's a shame then that as you advance further, bland laboratories and facilities that aren't quite as fun to explore become the norm. Still, I think this is a wonderful looking point and click that has a great deal of love and care put into its artistic direction. The same could be said of the soundtrack, which oozes retro synth and changes depending on the scene. It's well done and will put you deep into the era that this game so desperately attempts to emulate. It's a shame then that the voice acting is truly dreadful.
Who do you think you are? Willie E. Coyote?
Because your net idea is so much better. Please remind me, what are we trying to catch again? An alien or a shark?
Gentlemen, please, there's no need to argue.
Words are mispronounced and nearly every performance falls flat. The actors here either don't seem to have experience or perhaps were impacted by long-distance recording on a lower budget. Whatever the case, it makes you wonder why the dev even bothered. Mercifully, the voice knob can be toggled down, which I would personally recommend. In the end, Unusual Findings is a solid point-and-click adventure, but not an exceptional one. There's plenty to like here in the visuals and sound design, but not every puzzle is a winner, and it's a shame the voice performances aren't better. The nostalgia feels a bit forced, and some obvious writing errors could have easily been fixed with another pass-through of the script. Still, if you love the genre and were of this generation or were lured in by Stranger Things, Unusual Findings is worth a look.
Hello?
Central Computer Online. How may I help you?
We need you to validate the next train departure.
Action denied. Security Protocol 304 initiated.
What is the Security Protocol 304?